तो वही बताएंगे क्या।
हाँ
Yeah. So friends, very good evening. Yeah. Shall we start? Hope you are ready. Everyone is ready. Around 60 have joined. Great. Nice of everyone. And good evening. So, friends, this session, I request everyone to be on Chandrika, to be on mute. Remind everyone that please keep on mute, please. Okay. So, after the DISA classes, what are successfully completed, I am getting regularly the inquiries from all of the students for some of the questions, some of the queries. And please mute.
भैया हैं, भैया तो यहीं कैसे है?
Please mute. Yeah. 04050, please on mute. Okay. So this session has been organized to help you to prepare for the examination.
ये भाई कोमल की हो चल
Mute.
हैप्पी जर्नी
2040, please mute.
रतन बम्बई ना
ये ना अब ट्रेन बैठ गया क्योंकि मालूम हो रहा है जा पा रहे हैं अच्छा वो लिख के भेज दे हैप्पी जर्नी कहते वहां बैठा ना
तर माझ्या याच्यात नाही कुठे करायचं सांगा मला. Hello. Yes, I am able to mute everyone. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. Unfortunately, I was required to mute everyone because some people, like a class, they kept the computer on and they are doing something else. Okay. Friends, good afternoon, and I'm very happy to see almost 75 people joining this session, which is purposely planned for many of the students' requests that they wanted some help for the preparation of the ET and AT. ET is for 120 examination, 120 questions, and they already completed the 80 marks questions, mock test, and Viva. So let us work out some best method for you all to study in the next 2 to 3 weeks, so that you can prepare for the exam in the best available manner. And for that, I'm going to share with you some of the tips. And I have also invited one of my colleague and technical faculty, Mr. Avinash Gokhale, who is also teaching to the DISA classes for Institute of Chartered Accountants. And he's there today, he has joined today. And on my request, he will be helping us for any of the technical issues involved. So now we will see one by one. Basically, this is just for a support. My disclaimer is, it is a just support, and this support is for you to preparation for all your time for the examination. And this is just guidance. And this Institute of Chartered Accountants has already given all the support, all the information, and we are faculty, and we are just helping. This is free of cost, this session from our side. It is just courtesy on the request of some of the students.
And their period is ending on 29th.
Now, what we are going to do today, that I have summarized, I will be telling you the introduction, the purpose of this session. Then I have received some of you participants' questions on the email, which I will try to cover some of them. Then most important part is the motivation for this examination, which is very much essential, because since we all chartered accountants, majority of them are busy in their work schedule and they could not get adequate time, and they do not have adequate motivation why to do the DISA. Unless that motivation is there, we'll see how that has to be tackled just now. In this whole process, next 20 days, for example, next 15 to 20 days, you have to work on your mind, because our mind is capable of doing the wonders and capable of doing the worst things, which I'm going to share with you. Then next 15 days, I have a couple of suggestions for your roadmap that I'm going to share with you. Then I will also share what to include now, because the period is too short. And then I will tell you some of the resources. And most important thing I'm going to recommend to you, that how you prepare for that 2.5 hours online examination of the ET. On that day, what rules, what do's, what don'ts you should not do or do, that we are going to discuss. And then we are going to discuss the recipe of thought for understanding. And for that, for my help, Mr. Associate, Mr. Avinash Gokhale, he is also there. So this is our brief agenda. And then at end, I am going to open up for the question answer session, closing my desktop, and I'm allowing you to open up the video and unmute you all. You can talk and we can discuss one by one on your questions. So this is a roughly agenda. Now, first thing I'm going to share with you is, at this moment of time, it is very important for you that you having a little time, or you're not done the adequate study before. I'm not sure whether you will be able to do everything what is required for the examination, but I'm going to tell you what you can do the maximum in next 15 days. Because if you go into more loops, understanding concept, understanding basic, understanding books, I'm not sure that whether you will be able to complete everything what is required for the examination. So first thing you try to understand now, that on what, how you want to concentrate, and we both will share with you some of the tips that what you do. Thereafter, once this ET is over, we'll schedule another session for AT, which will be in December, around 15th December. So you have 1 month study. You can enlarge your study plan according to the experience which you will see in the eligibility test. Now, understanding improvement is the crucial from the examination point of view. And just now onwards, I'm going to tell you what is the best method. Now, today onwards, I'm telling you, Diwali is over, tax audit dates will be over within 1 or 2 days, if at all your work is over. You should have complete freedom only for study. You should take at least 10 days study, 12 days study, or all 12 days you should work only for the examination. Do not do now a part-time work for the eligibility test, because it will not be sufficient even these 12, 14 days unless you spare your time. And for sparing time, understanding each question, discussions with your participant, discussions with the group, all that you require next 15 days for all these things. At end, I'm going to come back to some of the questions which I have already received. But first, I want to tell you that understanding concept is possible, but it depends on you. What are your capabilities? I don't know your capabilities. I don't know how much time you studied earlier, because majority of the students, what queries I am seeing, that they could not get sufficient time to study on this. So now within next 15 days, be done that we are going to discuss in one by one. First, you have to motivate yourself. How you are going to motivate? That after passing a DISA, you are going to create a value for you. In your current work, you will be enlarging your image to your client, enlarging your professional capability for outsiders. How you will be doing it? Unless you pass a DISA, your seniors, your partners will not recognize you. And that is the biggest motivation for your career development, that you must get through this exam. And for that, this motivation, what you require? You require a determination and actual doing your best part. Your best part means discipline. Do everything now. Next 15 days, 8 days, 10 days, 12 days, 12 hours, 8 hours, 10. How you were doing for final CA? Same thing you have to do. And I'm going to tell you some of the techniques, some of the methodologies, and then Mr. Gokhale will be adding some of the values for tips for the examination. Now, for this examination, whatever you are doing currently, you have to add the technological angle for everything. We are going to come back to on this topic again. We are not going to talk about the versatile education at this moment, but I will go next immediately. These three things, motivation, determination, and discipline, is necessary. You should write down, you should have the paper just now. And you have to think on this. What is going to motivate myself? That you have to find out what is the best in your life, how to enhance the career. Because unless you have these bigger targets in front of you, you are not going to work on it. For that, I will suggest you that your mind should have the positive thoughts. Don't think that I have not enough time, I have not read enough, I have not attended classes properly. Okay, that has gone. Now, think what I need to do next. What I need to do next. You have to do your best part. See, exam is something different. They will be testing many things out of you. But if you are prepared from your side, say 49% from your side, 51% is luck and the examination. But if you don't prepare for 49, definitely then CA come again. So what 49% is there, which I'm going to tell you now. First, motivate yourself. Talk with your seniors. Talk with your close friends. Talk with your wife. Talk with your mother. Whoever is there. Tell them that I want to do this, because you have to openly tell them that I want to do this. Next 15 days, do not disturb me. Next 15 days, help me, support me. Because unless you prepare for next 15 days, today, every day something new is going to come. And for this motivation and determination and discipline, three things are required. One is Whatever pending other matters are there, just keep aside. I have notebook, and usually I write down everything if something is bothering me. And the rule is, if you write down, and in front of that, if you say, this I am going to see on 13th November, 12th November is a ET, I will see this matter on 13th. If you do like this, that matter goes out of this memory and you can concentrate whatever it comes in front of you. Now, every day, what you need to do, that I'm going to come to the daily schedule. But before that, I just want to tell you that our mind, how this mind works. Our mind is moving here and there, here and there, here and there. That has to be brought to the study mode. Our mind is capable of, I'm going to tell you that if you make a compartments, it works like that. Now make the compartment of the examination and whole your energy has to be diverted there. I'm sure that in the class, I have shown you this video. This video is about 1 hour video. When time permits, you should go again and again and see. Now, the first methodology for this roadmap is solve as many as question and answers. Morning 1 question paper, afternoon 1 question, evening 1 question paper. Form a group of 3 minimum and 5 maximum in your city or your class members, and give, say for example, 25 questions. Give the time. 25 questions means you should have around 35 minutes. So within 35 minutes solve, and at end of that, have the WhatsApp conference call and discuss what is wrong, what is correct, why that is wrong, why that is correct. Even though that is correct, try to discuss it. What will happen in this method next 15 days? Every day, some new question paper to be shared by 5 members, solve and then discuss, solve and discuss. Every day morning, open up 1 chapter, 1 module, go through all the pages, go through all the question answers, at end, give the exam. Like that, what will happen, you know? When you cover all the 6 modules in next 6 days, in morning, you should read. As soon as you read, start the question answer on that. Don't worry if the question answers are not there the module wise. Any 25 questions, pick up. Solve. Whatever are wrong, go back to the book. Go back to your friend. Discuss with them and go to the next. Make a schedule from today till next 8 days. First day, this question paper. Second day, this question paper. Third day, this question paper. And when you finish all your question banks from your group, again on following day, start with the first question paper which you solved in last Monday. What will happen, you know? That time you will realize what mistake you did earlier, whether the same mistake is happening again. Don't worry, even though you do the mistakes, you again and again discuss those mistakes, because now time is less. You can't go in too much detail if you're not studied well. But if okay, if you're not studied well, even you solve what is not correct, even that will update your conceptual knowledge. Getting 100% conceptual knowledge is not possible at this moment, but don't worry about it. Solve question answer, solve question answer. So every day morning, 2 hour reading, 1 hour writing, 2 hours solving the questions. This 5 hour schedule has to be repeated in morning, evening, morning, evening, morning, evening. I will not tell you the generalized plan. You prepare your own plan. You prepare a plan only for tomorrow. And at tomorrow end, see what you are able to do it. Change that plan for the following day. Like that, day before, take out all modules as I suggested. If you have taken the printouts, well. If you have not taken the printouts, even that is well, because you take the printout now, because they will understand everything. Another important matter is, when you solve this question and answers in the group, what happens, you know? that if you don't know anything, somebody else has studied that. He will explain to you. And if you know something others are not knowing, you'll be telling them what is to be done. So what happens? Within short time, all 5 people will be updated with each other. Another thing is, if possible, in your city, whoever have passed earlier batches, you find out from your network and find out who has passed the DISA. If possible, call him in your office and request him that, can you help me next 15 days? Next, every day, evening, 1 hour, sit with him, talk with him. If you have technical clients, call one of the person that I have such difficulties, talk. Because, see, you will be stuck at somewhere. And if you stuck, the negative thoughts will start in your mind. And we have to stop them. We have to think positively. We have to find the solution what you don't know. I have suggested many of the students, there is nothing that you are a chartered accountant. You already passed the difficult examination. I'm sure that you can find out your own ways, own methodologies. There is no need of outsider to help you. But since this is some of the concepts of technology, you may not have put 100% attention during the classes, or you have missed that faculty to ask what questions you have. Definitely now, next 15 days, you have to solve again and again and again and question answer. More and more question answers. Solving same question paper again and again, each time your answer will be different. I will tell you, that will help you that what is correct answer. And that will help you to sharpen your edge. Now, I'm sure you have all your faculties on your group. You every day morning, from tomorrow morning, I'm going to try, myself and Gokhale will try to send you some of the quiz every day. And from that discussion, you will be understanding what is that. For example, router, for example, what is Bitcoin, for example, what is cybercrime. So that what will happen? That will roll on to help you to understand some of the technological developments which are likely to come in the examination, your thought process. See, ultimately, all answers will be given in the question answer there. You have to select the right choice. Always 2 answers are irrelevant. I'm sure you will come to know that these 2 are irrelevant. Out of 2, the larger one is correct. That is a simple principle, and that you will learn when you practice more and more question and answers. But what I want you, from tomorrow onwards on your group, you write to the faculty that this is only, don't write a generalized question that I have not understood the compliance topic. That is not the way to write. You should write in that I have not understood the substantive testing. Correct. I have not understood the coaxial cable. The question should be very specific. Don't write anything generalized, because nobody is going to tell you everything now within short time. But if you have a very specific question, for example, some days back in our one of the group, there was discussion about the public key infrastructure. So I advise them, you see the public key infrastructure YouTube video. A 3 minutes video was there. They were properly, completely explaining what is PKI, public key infrastructure. So everything is available, but you have to choose what is right one. And for that, you require to apply your mind. What happened in our age now, in your age, that everything is ready and you want still something ready. But I'm suggesting you small value addition. Think, and what is right for you. That 3-minute video, 2-minute video will clarify everything and then solve that question again. So by that methodology, you within 15 days, you will be learning so many more things. This. Now, in your study plan, last time I remembered many of the students said that they have missed e-learning model questions. See, 3 minutes video, 4 minutes video, 5 minutes video, and immediate question answer suggestion. They are excellent. And last time, 25% question came from that e-learning module. The e-learning module, mock test questions, which are already you saw, whatever circulated by the faculties. So you have to include all these for everyday plan. You decide your plan, because I'm not giving you any ready-made plan, because I don't want you to stuck with that plan. I don't know how much time you have available. I want you to spare every day 8 to 10 hours next 15 days. I'm sure you will get through. Whatever way you study, you will get through. Means what? You invest your 10-12 days now for the study. I will guarantee you that investment will not be wasted at all. That will be beneficial. So you have to take out the time. Whatever some see, many questions have come in last couple of days on my email that, oh, we have DISA 2 questions. Don't worry, DISA 2 questions are included in DISA 3 also. So whatever question banks are available, wherever those are available, try to solve as many as possible. And if you are not having any question bank, write on your your groups. I'm sure the people will be sharing with you. If you are not getting from anywhere, you can write to me. I will try to find out for you from the already supplied material. Then whatever case studies are discussed in the class, I'm not sure that whether everybody attended those case studies in the physical manner. If not, then see down what are the answers, because those were the practice questions. Similar questions are likely to come in the examination, not same question. Remember, same question may not come, but the methodology will be same. In question means what? Each question has case study. That case study is written in 4 lines, 5 lines, 1 line, 2 lines, or maybe half page. So definitely remember, this methodology which we followed in our case study in the classes has to be understood systematically. And for that, you have to understand what is asked, what answer is expected, how I am going to concentrate on that. And then definitely in next 15 days are quite enough to cover everything. But you need to plan. See, in our body, when tension comes, adrenaline is chemical which is generated in our body. That also gives additional power to work for it. So definitely use that. Friends, that 100 participants have reached. And if at all you get any query, we will schedule some other. I'm thankful that all 100 participants who joined first, they could be admitted in this session. Now, basically, the correct answers are also to be discussed and wrong answers are also to be discussed. Key point is form a group of 3 and 5. 3 or 5. Why 3? Because if 2 fights with each other, that class will stop. Each other class will stop. So third umpire is required. If 5 people are there, excellent, because you get additional knowledge from additional 2 members. So 3 to 5, online group, temporary WhatsApp group, WhatsApp call, and you should try to solve these question answers in the groups. Conceptual understanding will definitely come when you discuss that why you are wrong. When we discuss, what happens? We have already written. We are already seeing correct and wrong answer. And when we discuss our eye, ear, our sense, everything comes together and try to digest that what was wrong. Then, what are the resources available with you? Resources available with you are quite big. Don't worry about it. For example, your notes, your faculties, then white papers on the topics, YouTube channels, Google search, all that is available. I am going to close this and I am going to open one another. Just give me a couple of minutes and I am going to add Yeah, Akanksha Agarwal has raised a question. That's can somebody explain to her where is the e-learning module in the chat box? Okay. Akanksha, are you able to see my screen? Asmita, just respond quickly. Yeah, okay. Now, yeah, are you able to hear me now? Are you able to hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Are you able to see my screen, Abhishek? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now, first thing I wanted to share with you, plan from today. If you are not failing to plan, then you are planning to fail. Next is see how you can. Some people get early morning. Best get up early morning. Some people sit at night. Do that. Whatever methodology you have done during the CA, you try whether that is working till today. Next is you have to take the leave for next 8 days, 10 days. Definitely. Because unless you isolate yourself for study only, it will be difficult for anyone to do any study for this examination. Next is, if you are having a problem in your health, for example, change of weather is there, too much rainy season is there, You take the precautionary measures, you take the precautionary medicines. It has worked for me because during my examination in the CISA, the season was changing and I took the homeopathic medicine to hold on that cold for 10 days, 15 days. And for restarting that, I have taken another medicine. So even you have to consult your doctor. If you are suffering from asthma or any other disease, definitely you can work on it. Second, as I mentioned, the little tension is definitely necessary, because if tension is there, you get additional power. So if tension is coming to your mind that how I'm going to get through this examination, that is a good sign, because that is going to give you additional power to work more hours. Then no negative marks. So don't worry. 120 marks, all 120 questions you must solve. And for each question, I'm telling you, if doubtful questions are there, they are going to remove from the examination itself. So if you have doubt, don't worry. Since no negative mark is there, give any question, A, B, C, D, any answer. You can't keep question pending. Remember, this is online examination. Once you pass on that question, you can't revisit that question. So before going to the next question, you should complete all answer to that question. Now, every day, I'm sure you know what are your physical limits. Till that limit you work, not beyond that. Do not go too much in technical. See, the Institute of Chartered Accountants know that you are not a technical person. They know you are a chartered accountant. What they are testing? They are testing some of the questions on the boundary of your understanding and technology. I'm sure they will not be going beyond what study material you have and general accepted IT general controls. They can't ask you some of the very technical security credentials for the cloud security. Definitely that is the highest level security. But even if such question comes, don't worry, because you require 60% marks for passing. So you have a lot of scope for such questions which you have not studied well in that. Then next is, do not underestimate yourself. You can do it. I'm sure you will be able to do it. And do not take risk of not taking off. Do not miss your group. When you form 3 people, 5 people group, every day you must work on it. Don't think a career about DISA. See, first get through the exam. Definitely we will have another session that what you should do. Every day, read 1 hour. Every day, take out the notes 1 hour. Every day, discuss with your person or anyone, half hour at least. And then remaining time, solve the questions. If you make the timetable like this, every day, read, take out the note. What happens when you write the notes? What happens when you underline the statement? What happens when you make a color? What happens? Those things are permanently going inside the brain. You develop, you take out the study material, take the color marker, underline. When you hold this in line, your mind start thinking what is important in this, and everything goes inside. So that is a memory technique which I talked with during the class also. So definitely keep in mind. There is online examination, so there is no this. Well, online examination is there. 1 by 1 question is going to come. So don't expect that entire question paper will be available for viewing for you. If that is available, don't see at all. Go 1 by 1, 1 by 1. Why? I'm going to tell you. If 200 questions are there, you have 4 hours. And if you have 120 questions, you have 2 and 5 hours. You have 72 seconds for each question. Your relation to that examination question is only 72 seconds. So within 1 minute, whatever answer comes, you go and give and go ahead. Don't think beyond that, because if you don't follow this 72 seconds cycle, you will not be able to complete all the examination. And if you don't able to complete this, definitely you are likely to miss the percentage you require. Attempting all the questions is very much essential. Then some questions will be easy, some questions will be difficult, some questions are midway. Don't worry. Our attitude should be yes, next will be good, next will be good, next will be good, next will be good. I'm going to do well, I'm going to do well. In our mind, if difficult question comes, and if you start thinking, oh, this I have not studied this, then that negative affects next question. So whatever comes, you think that, okay, I attempted, go further. So that positive attitude will help you to go till end. As I mentioned, there is no negative marking. So solve all questions. No necessary of thinking that whether at least 25% chance is there that some of the questions are correct or incorrect. You don't have any option, but you have to go sequentially. First question, close, next question, next question, next question. So you have to go according to that. That camera is on. Do not try any smart activities, because I'm sure that if anything smart activity is done, you know all, it may affect. So that is good that you go sequentially. And since it is online, you have to just click of the button, go. You will have no choice for revisiting that question or choice for a review of that question. So you have to complete and go one by one ahead. If some question links are there, for example, you are coming on 6th question and there is a question about the database, and you think that on first there was some question about the database also. You don't think that answer, because in question definition writing, some small difference will be there and you might be missing that and your answer will be wrong. Usually, what happens when you read the question, first impression comes to your mind. Whatever question answers you have solved up till now, the impression will come, and definitely, most probably, that is the answer. So that instinct is definitely going to help you in the examination. This is for physical examination, which will not cover here. If bigger paragraph is there, bigger table is there, bigger case study is there, answer is always small. So don't worry about that. Definitely, bigger the question, answer is very easy. Means bigger question is there, you should not be getting afraid that what is this. You have to try to read and concentrate. Read and concentrate. And for that, I will tell you one small tip that from tomorrow onwards, try to sit quietly for 10 minutes, 15 minutes before you start your day. So calm down, sitting down, thinking down, closing eyes will help you to concentrate. So coming back to our study plan, I will tell you. Larger answer is correct answer. If out of 4 options, one of the option is covered by some of the bigger option, then that bigger answer is the correct answer. Remember, you do not link your experiences in our country, because these questions have been set by the institute, taking from the global resources, from the CISA, from international community. So it is expected that whatever best practices are there in the technology whole world, that is the correct answer. I always share with our classes the example that usually in this example is related to the business continuity planning. I'm repeating this for your information and knowledge that halon gas should not be fired if the human being is there in the computer systems. But we are likely to miss this Because in our country, abundant population is there. And if questions say that one person is stuck inside the computer system, whether the halon gas can be fired. Because if halon gas is fired, fire is controlled due to the oxygen removal by that halon gas. So if oxygen is removed, person will die not because of fire, but because of the suffocation. So in India, abundant population is there. So you should not relate such type of examples in the Indian environment for the examination. English language of this question is sometimes different. So what important is you understand most, least, top, first, middle one, not, except. All these words are required to be carefully noted. And for that, one simple technique is there. Do not rush to answer unless you understand the question. First time you may not understand. Second time you will understand. Third time you see what is the important word. And then you completely understand the question and then go to the answers. That is the best method you can do this. For example, sometimes you don't know the concept. Say, for example, debugging. Debugging means removing the bugs. Bugs means issues, mistakes, problems. But debugging means planting the bugs. So this small debugging can make a lot of difference. So from that point, the seeing that in very, very important to see what is asked. It is good idea to go through line by line. We have 70 seconds. So 10 seconds spent for understanding. And then go to the option. And then evaluate each option. And then go to the next. So that is the best method, that you understand the question by heart. And then try to attack the answers. This 120 questions, 2.5 hours, very calm and quiet. Very calm and quiet, very essential that whatever your room is there, no disturbance. If you are in office, you are at home, whatever place you are there, you should be having trouble-free atmosphere. Because a small interruption may take your 5 or 10 minutes. And coming back to normal and sitting again and doing that whole thing again may require some more time, and definitely you will be losing time. So my recommendation to you is, some of the students have asked me that I ask them to come and sit in my office and solve the question papers 1 hour, 2 hours during office hours. So like that, you from tomorrow onwards, you wherever you are going to sit calm and quietly, take that question paper, take empty blank paper, solve on that, and watch 72 seconds time limit. Not before 72 seconds, unless you are 200% sure that answer is correct. Spend time. You will understand whether you have missed something, where the important word is there. So these are all small techniques. These are techniques, because last minute, if you have studied well, if you have solved many of the questions, definitely you are able to. But as a chartered accountant, many questions, answers will be there, which will be based on your common auditing practices and common sense of the standard auditing practices, general IT controls. So I will come back to the study plan again. The study plan which you are going to prepare will involve every day reading something, every day writing something. Remember, writing your notes in the different color paints and recollecting again and again, that will build a confidence. Because what you require? You require now confidence that yes, I have done it. I have done it. In the examination, let him ask anything. Whatever you have prepared best, you are going to excel. So you build that confidence. So that 2.5 hours practice, sitting at one side, is necessary. That will help you in the exam time. Because they will close at end of the 2.5 hours, that time is finished. And if you are left with 10 questions, 15 questions, you are unnecessarily required to reappear again after 6 months. Even though you are at home, it is a good idea that you have comfortable dressing, you have comfortable food at early morning or whatever time. Do not have something which will create a pressure or problem during that time. In the examination, definitely, some of the items which are listed here, those are for the physical examination. But since this is an online examination, you should have ample all your computer, your mouse. Mouse is always good, and spare computer, spare laptop. Why? Because if there is a problem in your machine, you are likely to lose the time. If your network issue is having some problem, it is a good idea that you have some alternate dongle ready so that you don't have any connectivity issue. If you have UPS, that is bad. If not UPS, your computer and internet, if internet is dependent on electricity, then it is good idea that you have mobile dongle, because that don't depend on electricity. Your laptop should have sufficient UPS power and charge properly. So all these small things will be going to help you very crucially. Now, I'm going to tell you some of the important things to compare what you have done. Now, first, during the examination, whatever email has come for the eligibility test, read instructions carefully. When you log in, they will be giving certain instructions during that login session. Before that, I'm sure you must have done the face recognition and all the other things. So in that also they have given the instruction. It is a good idea to print out that instruction and read carefully that what I'm supposed to do. Because these small things, last minute, they will save your time. Now, I will tell you some of the secrets of the question answer session and solving. This is a general slide. Okay. Now, what I recommend all the people that divide your question papers, say 25, 25, 25, whatever way you want, or 50, 50, 50. Take that first day, solve that question answers. And if your answer is, first time when you solve, your answer is A, correct answer is C. Don't worry, go further, complete. After 8 days, take again that question paper. And in front of these, now, second time examination, you type your answers. So first time your answer was A, second time your answer was A, correct answer is C. That will tell you are consistently wrong. Means in that question, you are not understood at all. Next time, for another question, your answer is A, correct answer is C. And when same question you solve next time, if your answer is D and correct answer is C, your basics are not clear at all. You have to go to the basics. Go for that question in basic. Search on Google, go on YouTube, go on your study material, but go to the logical end. What will happen? This 25 questions, these 50 questions, whatever problems you are facing, or your group is facing, you will be completely going in the reverse way. Now, why I am telling you this way? Just we'll complete this fourth option and I will come back to you. For third question, you are given the B answer. Correct answer is D. And next time when you solve this question, your answer is D, means there is an improvement. Why? Because earlier you made a wrong mistake and now you have done correct. So during these 8 days, whatever gap was there, during 2 days, you have improved. So even the question bank is same. If you apply this methodology, you will slowly will get the confidence that you are doing something. That is very much essential. Sometimes your answer is correct, their answer is correct. Next time also your answer is correct, their answer is correct. Means you are okay. But remember that might be the coincidence also. So small portion is there. You have to check. For both time I'm okay means I'm 100% correct. Even that confidence is very much essential. Here there is no question about the exam answer sheet because that is very common. Now I'm going to open for the question answers, and next half an hour we are going to discuss your question answer, and for some of the technical questions my colleague will also be there. So whoever wants to open up for the questions, please ask. Who wants to start the question? The remaining people, be calm and quiet and listen carefully. Yes. Yeah, anybody wants to ask the question? Asmita, you have a couple of questions. Can you ask? Open up your video, open up your... Hello. Okay, raise your hand and I will allow you to talk. Yes.
Hello, sir. I'm Pooja. Sir, do we have any weightage module wise?
Yeah, can you again?
Yeah, do we have any weightage module wise, sir?
Yeah, module wise weightage is already there in the introduction slide, but definitely you can ping me on personally. And just now, if it is available, I will open up and I will show. And I will just note down. If no other questions are there, definitely I'm going to show you the module wise weightage. Okay.
I have that slide open. Can
Yeah,
I?
I will allow you, Avinash, I will allow you to host that. Okay. I will allow.
Share?
Only my doubt is that if I make you host, can I make you?
No, allow me to share. Or I will say it on the speaker.
Yeah, okay.
The percentage weightage.
Yeah, that is better. Yes.
Module 1 is 18%, 18.
Okay.
Module 2 is 16%, 16. Module 3 is 18%, 18. Module 4 is 18%, 18. Protection of, that is module 5 is 22%. And module 6 is 8%. Should I repeat again? Module 1, 18. Module 2, 16. Module 3, 18. Module 4, 18. Module 5, 22. Module 6, 8.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It will be the next question was Manoj. The 80 will be around mid-December. Date is yet not announced. Yes. Ask the question. Any Asmita, can you ask? You were having a lot of conceptual questions. Definitely, Mr. Gokhale is there to answer. Even I am there. Ask the specific question about the concept. What you are not understood. Yeah, data validation check. Asmita has asked data validation check. Avinashji, can you respond? Data validation check.
Yeah, there are around 13 to 14 different data validation checks are there. So which one you have not understood?
Asmita, please type.
Check digit.
Asmita, please type.
Key verification. Okay. Yeah. See, parity bits. Parity bits is a bit difficult to explain. Anyway, I will try to explain it. Key verification, I'll explain first. Are you able to hear me?
Asmita, just type here. Yes, yeah. She is able to hear you.
Yeah. So key verification, you know, what happens is that when you enter the data entry operator makes many mistakes. So in order to avoid the mistakes, what is done or what was done earlier was the key verification. So one operator will enter the data, say first shift operator, and second shift operator will re-enter the same data again. So two different people will enter the same data again. Okay. This is still done in newspaper industry. So if you go to newspaper industry, they type the news, right? So one operator will enter the news, second operator will repeat that data entry. So it's a repetition. Now, what the computer will do is key by key. That is first, suppose first operator has entered that today Modi said something. So T is a key, O is a key, D is a key, A is a key, Y is a key. All the key by key, first operator's key by key and second operator's key by key, the computer will check. Okay. And it is assumed that two operators cannot make the same mistake. Okay. So suppose if first operator has misspelled somewhere, second operator would not have done the same mistake. So that is called as a key verification check. Each key which is entered by first operator will be verified by the second operator, key by key. This will be automatically done by computer. That is called as a key verification. And so any further question on key verification? And parity bit, let me tell you that generally 1 byte consists of 8 bits, right? So what is done is that 7 bits are required for representing the data, and 1 bit is added, and that is called as a parity bit. So when the sending system sends the data, the receiving system will receive the data, and first it will ignore the parity bit. It will recalculate the parity bit, and if the recalculation of the parity bit is same as the sending system's calculation, then the receiving system will accept the data. That is called as a parity checking. There are two parity checking. One is called as odd parity and one is called as a even parity checking. Yeah. It is slightly technical. I can explain it in much more detail, but that will I can discuss it with you separately. Software baseline. Software baseline, she has asked. And scope creep. Yeah. So in software, what happens is that many developers are developing the software and then users are testing or different people are testing the software. Now what happens is there has to be some baseline wherein the developers will declare that now our development is, we want to freeze it. Okay. So henceforth, we will not accept any changes to the software. So that is called as a baselining. And then after that, after the baselining is done, then no changes are accepted without formal methodology. So that is called as a software baselining. So like, for example, suppose you two friends are working on a Word document and one person is working and she has completed and the other person gives her the mistakes. So you will say that, okay, now I am baselining this document. That means that don't give me any suggestions after baselining. The suggestions will not be accepted unless they are very important suggestions. So that is called as a software baselining. And scope creep means changes are given by the users. That's why this baselining is done. Imagine that you are doing some work and again somebody is telling you that, no, this is not correct. Please change here, and it goes on. Somewhere you have to stop. That stoppage is called as a software freezing or baselining. And that is done because of the scope creep which is happening. Creep means slow changes happening, creeping. So these slow changes are coming, and to stop that, baselining is done. Deshpande sir, you are on mute.
Yeah. See, some people have asked me that what is the compliance testing and what is substantive testing? Substantive testing means, remember, which requires more than one step to verify whether that test is successful or not. Why the compliance and substantive test is required to carry? Because on that basis, the verification of the system audit related issues is come to the conclusion. The compliance test usually is answer is simple, yes or no. And substantive test means going into the more detail, more than one step. Take an example that when the checklist based audits are there in the system audit, means that whether policies and procedures are there. So answer will be yes or no. But definitely, but in the case of the functionality of the audit of the software, if the question is there that whether the interest calculation by the software application is correct, software application is correct, in that case, you require to go more than one step. Means what? You have to first analyze that how the interest is calculated, then you have to collect the sample, then you have to calculate, then you have to compare. Means substantive test is involved that going into the more steps than only one step. And by physical verification, yes or no answer is not a simple, and you have to follow the substantive test that is called a substantive test. Then somebody asked about questions about the BCP. In case of the BCP, some people have asked me that what is a best methodology for storage of the data. See, this question is very general. The question will have to be included that what type of client's data is there. For example, financial data is there, banking systems are there. In case of the banking, backup methodologies are so many different methodologies that they require to follow. If they are having subcontractors, they will be having different type of methodology. Bank is following the security service center, they will be having separate data backup methodology. If they are using cloud service, in that case, the cloud will be the best option to save on the data on that. So I want you people to ask, okay, some people have asked the question that DISA exam questions with the answers. Definitely, so many question banks and answer sheets are available. Definitely, I will share they whatever are with me, and I will also ask other members to share. Any other question related to study? If you have any problem, if about not understanding a particular topic, definitely ask. Asmita, you have given me a couple of questions. That do you want to ask any more questions? Or Kamini, do you want to ask any question? Definitely you can type here, or I will allow you to unmute and then you can speak, whatever way you want. Purposely, I have kept time for the question answers so that all your doubts are clear for studying next 15 days. Anyone else has any questions? Okay, Gokhale, can you explain about the PKI? Because somebody has sent me the email about the PKI.
How much time do we have? Because it's
we have still half an hour, so that if any more questions are there, I'm just finding the questions. I have a couple of questions received on email, and I will see one by one. But till that time, if you are able to explain PKI,
okay.
Next 5 minutes.
Okay. Let me try to explain as briefly as possible. You know that how we operate the bank locker. For bank locker, what the banks do is that they give us one key, and one key is kept with the bank, right? And without both the keys are applied, the bank locker doesn't open. Yeah. So what we do is that we go to the bank takes our signature on that locker opening form and all that. And then that bank's officer goes to the locker. We also go to the locker, and then both the keys we apply, and then only the locker opens. Okay. So PKI is something like that. So there are two keys which are used. One key is called as a public key, and another key is called as a private key. Private key is to be kept with a private, which is kept with the owner of that key, and it should be kept secret. And public key can be published. So a bank officer doesn't have separate key for locker. He has only one key, and with that key he opens all the lockers. So that is one key, that is we can consider that as a public key with the bank officer. Similar to that, this PKI concept is there. Two keys are required. So one key is with the sender and public key is with the receiver. And with that, that is called as a public key encryption. There are various schemes in that, but I mean, it is quite time consuming to explain the keys. So therefore, this is a very short answer about the PKI.
Yeah, somebody asked me question that what is it? 1 second, I will just go through this question. Yeah, somebody asked question that what is the eligibility test marking system? Okay, you have given a 3 mock test in the class that has 60 marks questions, and you have Viva 10 marks per project and 10 marks for Viva, so 80. Out of 80, you must have minimum 48 marks, 60%. And then out of this 120 questions examination, you must get the correct answers for 72. So grand total is 120. But this aggregate 120 means if you have more than 48 marks in your mock test and Viva, that will be considered here. And aggregate, if 120 total is there out of 200, definitely you will be declared as a ET successful. So that was one of the question which was here written. Then next is yeah. Next is okay. Yeah. One question is there. Configuration of firewall. Avinash ji, you are the expert. Okay. Can you reshuffle questions that last first in first last? Asmita, I could not get. Sir, can we reshuffle a question last first and first last? I in online examination, Asmita, I'm not sure that whether you have that option. You have to go the sequential. No, you will not. Asmita, you don't have the option easy first. And even in the physical examination, don't opt for that. Because see, if you try easy first, at end, you will not know that how many are left over. So it is always good idea go sequentially. In online examination, you don't have option the easy one first, because you don't waste time, because you require to read, which is easy one, and that is a waste of time. Yeah. Okay. Next question. Anybody else? Mamata, do you have any question? Pratibha? Anyone else? Okay, I have one another question which is there. Just give me 1 second. I'm just reading the question. Yeah, somebody has asked. I think this online e-learning module is available on DLH portal. Your institute's portal, online learning modules are available. In that online learning module, small topics are there, small portions are there. And it is good idea to go through those videos and solve those question and answer again and again. Yes. Any other question? Okay. Yeah. So, one question is there. Concurrent licensing. Okay. Somebody has sent me the question. Concurrent licensing. What happens? The licensing, this software licensing is a very peculiar process. For example, when we purchase a television, just give me a couple of minutes. See, when we purchase a television or refrigerator, we become absolute owner of that item. But in case of software, that is not the case. Software is required to be given by a developer or owner license to use. It is a license to use. Definitely whole product can come to you if you purchase whole product. So it depends on the agreement, how they are allowing you to use. So what happens, for example, SAP user, SAP or banking license, that license cost is on the basis of the per user. But in many of the companies like the SAP system, for example, 100 users license are there. All 100 users are not using system all the time. Usually this 100 users license can be converted into 30 or 40 concurrent users. Means what? At a time, how many users are using that software? Those much license can be bought, and whoever want, for example, accounts people wants only for 3 hours a day. Once that account person finishes his work, or purchase clerk, then sales clerk want to make the entry. So moment 30 users at a time log in, doing their work, and someone wants to log in, he is kept in waiting as 31st user. Moment someone from the accounts empties his terminal, that license becomes available for the next person. What happens? Instead of buying 100 license, company can save huge money buying 30 concurrent users license. Means actual users using the system, only those much licenses. And in one of the company, I remember, they shifted all accounts department and sales in the shifts. So some people were coming at 6 o'clock morning and using the licenses till 12 o'clock, and some other people are joining at 12 and same license they were using for the remaining day. So that is called a concurrent licensing. Then I have one more question from somebody. Yeah, organization. Some of the questions were from the organization, and those question is that governance and management. Governance means a top level management of the company, top level management of the company. And actually executive management comes under the management of the IT. Usually the top governors are responsible for making policy decision for the company, and executive management who are actually working as executive, they are carrying out the day-to-day operation. Those are called the management division of the company. So any other question? Asmita? Yeah. Okay. Any other person? I don't see any question because okay, I have gone through. I have finished my whatever questions came on email.
Chandrika has asked
Okay.
one question.
Okay. Maybe she has sent to you. Okay, you can answer.
No. It is to everyone.
What is that?
Sir, if we qualify ET now, are we eligible to attend ET in December 2022?
Yes, because the result will be announced within 8 days time. Definitely, according to me, if you are successful, definitely you can attempt to AT if the results are declared before that. According to me, yes, within 8-10 days, the ET result will be announced, and then AT results are announced much later, around 15th January. Yeah. Okay. Any other question? Okay. Easy first. Okay. When will be the exam at the December? It is Shreya's, the exam date is not announced, but usually it is a second week or third week. Yeah, percentage is 60. Rashi, percentage is 60% passing. Our mock test marks will be considered for 80. Yes, Yashoda, see, out of 80, how much total marks you got, that makes you eligible for the 120 question exam. So definitely those will be considered in aggregate for passing. Yashoda? Yes, any other question? Yeah, 80 will be offline. Himani, as per last time, I remember, the centers will be announced. You have to select the center. At your place, if center is not there, you have to select the center, nearby center. Okay. Any other questions? Yes. All exams are MCQ based. Kamini, all exams are MCQ. Even ET also multiple choice question. 4 options will be there. Any specific query about the question? Yeah, Pune is there. Yashoda, Pune is their center. Definitely Pune will be center. Any specific question you people want to discuss? When to fill the form of 80? Definitely that announcement will come in mid-November or first week of November. I'm not sure. You have to check with the exam. You can connect with me on personal and I will direct you to the ICA administration and you can write to them, Jyoti. Class test and model test marks obtained is 60. So ET exam only remaining 60 marks is required for pass. Yes, my Uday, my understanding is correct that the aggregate you should pass in whole 60%. How much is ET and passing criteria? Okay, for ET the question examination will be of 200 marks and passing is 60%. Yeah. Now the let me ask you if anyone has specific questions about what you have solved up till now. Definitely. Yeah. Rashi, it is of 120. Out of 120, you must get 72, but aggregate out of 200, you must get 120. In mock test, Viva, plus your 80. Yeah, nowadays a lot of issues are there about the ransomware. I will share with you some of the information about the ransomware and then we'll take any other question is there. Otherwise, we'll conclude at 5:30 exactly. See, currently, a lot of companies are facing a problem on the ransomware. I'm sure you must be aware that recently the Tata Power data has been stolen by those people. And why this ransomware is coming, there are professional gangs who are trying to attack many organizations and steal their data, and then they negotiate the price for giving back that data. And if the price is not given to them, then they will share that data on the dark web. And yesterday only news came that Tata Power people were negotiating with them for that data, but there was some dispute. So they started sharing that data on the dark web. Dark web is a very dangerous location. All illegal transactions are carried on dark web. You should not attempt even typing of the dark web, because that will open up a lot of other problems for you also. So to avoid the ransomware attack in your office, your friend's office, your partner's office, or your businesses, best option is what happens when the ransomware attack happens, that virus which comes in your computer system, it starts slowly encrypting those files. And once the encryption is complete, all those files will be locked. And then message will come to you that your data is in their custody and you have to pay the money in the Bitcoins. Now, the payment of Bitcoin, the Bitcoin cost, one Bitcoin cost is now around 18 lakhs rupees, quite huge, but a small portion also can come, a small 0.1 Bitcoin and fees. But definitely remember, even though you pay the money through the Bitcoin, that even it is not you don't have guarantee that your data you will be getting back. So what are the options? So best option, I always recommend all the DISA students and my class colleagues that you should have the backup taken on your computer system, which is outside of that machine. there is a possibility that if you have that backup taken at outside and kept remotely and properly secured, not having any net access and virus and anything, then it is possible that even though the data is stolen by them, that you can restore. Now, remember, when this work is on of encryption of the file and keeping aside, if you require those files to be accessed, that ransomware virus, what that does, that decrypts that file and make it available, because their work is in progress. So when your computer systems are slowing down and file access is taking much of the time than the normal, you should suspect that something is happening behind your machines. So definitely you should call the expert, you should call the IT hardware expert and find out if something is happening. Another caution against the ransomware is, it is an always good idea that if you are a chartered accountant, you are using client's data in your computer system, have the paid version. You should not use any free version of the antivirus. Any question on this? And if any, Gokhale, one of the question was there, does firewall protects everything from the outside? One question came, but no specific inquiry is there in the question. Can you explain any similar or latest any finding about the firewall?
No, it protects everything from outside means what? I mean,
No,
whatever are the firewall rules, according to that it will work.
Yeah, but can you just detail, highlight that what type of question can come up about the firewall in the examination and what student should be aware of that?
I think only general questions will come, not any technical questions that will come.
Okay.
I don't think. Yeah.
Okay.
One thing I want to tell you about firewall is that firewall does not have anti malware.
Okay.
So you should have firewall as well as anti malware separate.
Okay. Okay. So this is caution and precaution you require has to take care of. So from participants, any other question comes there? Otherwise, within next couple of minutes, we are going to close unless you have any question. And definitely I am available and Mr. Gokhale is available. Okay, whether firewall for internal networking or external? Somebody has asked a question, Gokhale.
Firewall can be used for internal networking also. So suppose if you have say 2-3 servers in your office LAN, then you can use firewall for internally screening the traffic as well as external. Generally, it will be for external, but for internal also it can be used.
Yeah, well, see, Asmita, but basically firewall has to be configured in such a way that whatever threats you feel, that you set a rule in that firewall. For example, you don't want your employee to access any social networking site. So you in the firewall, you can draft a script that all sites will be blocked except what is required for the company. So in that way, you protect that threat of the social networking coming inside from the internet.
Generally, what is done in nowadays is that everything is blacklisted, and then you whitelist whatever. That means all the doors are closed, and then you open which are required. So what is done is that from outside, suppose if somebody is coming now for work from home, people were working from their homes. So those IP addresses for the people who are working from the home, they were whitelisted. All others are blacklisted. That you can do.
Okay. So friends, thank you very much. Unless you have any question, otherwise we will just conclude. If you want to say something, you can type here, or definitely we will be there. Basic message I'm going to summarize now in next 2-3 minutes. Right? Try maximum solving question and answers, and do your own flexible schedule. Don't do too much detailed schedule for next 15 days. Do the planning for the one day, and see that how much you can achieve. Reading is mandatory, writing notes is mandatory, solving question answers in the examination condition is mandatory, discussion question answers every day in the group is mandatory. If you follow all these 5 rules, you will be built for the examination, and then leave with the examiner. Whatever comes to best, try to do best in doing that examination. So
For any
unless-
technical questions, you can always write to me.
so definitely I will
Or
share,
you can
yeah,
write
I-
it to Shirish or
I will share even Avinash Gokhale's email ID also. You can send to me the question and I will forward to Avinash Gokhale also that question. So thank you very much for attending this session. For any help or anything, definitely we both welcome to you for any answers required, and for any motivation or any issues related, definitely you can come back. And thank you very much. Nice everybody for sparing
Well,
1.5
there is
hours.
one question asked
Yes.
by Harini. Where can we see our Viva score out of 80 marks?
On the DLH portal, everything is there. And if you don't find, just ping me. I will send you that how other people, all these type of questions, your co-members and colleagues in the group, they are well versed. You can just post and they will help you to which site that is available. And Gokhale sir, तुम्हाला काही सांगायचं आणखीन टिप्स काही सांगायचं तुम्हाला?
No, I think that's all.
Okay.
For any technical related questions, you can always send me, or through Shirish Deshpande, you can mail me. Pratibha is asking, I secured
Pratibha has asked
64.
me question. Pratibha, ping me personally. I will we will revisit that what has happened there. So thank you very much. And I'm closing now.